You would imagine that getting a role in Harry Potter might be a dream come true for many actors and actresses out there. Not only do you have about a decade of guaranteed work, but of course this is a story that's beloved by tens of millions of people all over the world. But as we've witnessed in just a few short months, if you are cast for one of these roles, even if you don't personally agree with J.K. Rowling's view on biology, it doesn't matter because the people out there, the freaks, the activists, the weirdos, the pronouns in the bio crowd, those people will do everything they can to make your life miserable just for working on something that J.K. Rowling created. And that's what we've witnessed. Now, certainly there's one casting specifically that virtually everyone, regardless of your politics, despises, and that is Black Snape, because it makes absolutely no sense. But for the wide variety of other people that have been cast, even the ones that do look very good for the roles, they have been getting hammered by people and asked to speak out on this, asked to step down. How dare you do this? Getting barrages of comments simply because J.K. Rowling's view that men are men and women are women, which is accepted by 99% of normal people in the world, isn't accepted by a very loud fringe minority. Please walk away from Harry Potter. Why the stars of HBO's new TV show are in for decades of social media hell. And if you're one of the people involved in Harry Potter that dares speak out in support of J.K. Rowling, well, you are public enemy number one for these freaks, like Tom Felton. Now, Tom Felton recently announced that, he played Draco Malfoy in the movies. He's going to be doing the Broadway production of The Cursed Child. Just for the record, I think The Cursed Child is awful. I think it is a miserable story that makes absolutely no sense within the context of Harry Potter. But getting past that, he's returning to his role as Draco for the stage play, which is actually pretty cool. But of course, like everyone else involved in the show, he gets asked about J.K. Rowling. And now he was in the movies. Anytime this comes up, they always get asked about this stuff. The media likes to ask them to trip them up to try to get a headline. And maybe surprisingly to them, Tom Felton, stood his ground.
How does the sort of Twitterverse controversy around J.K. Rowling's views impact you at all, or impact your work on the world at all?
No, I can't say it does. I'm not really that attuned to it. The only thing I always remind myself is that I've been lucky enough to travel the world. Here I am in New York, and I have not seen anything bring the world together more than Potter. And she's responsible for that, so I'm incredibly grateful.
Just an awesome answer, right? Not really taking the bait and getting into the nitty gritty of whatever comment, whatever argument, blah, blah, blah. Just, hey, she created this world. I'm really grateful to be a part of it. That got him a torrent full of hate. Harry Potter fans furious at Tom Felton's response to J.K. Rowling's transphobia. And we could go, there's tons of articles like this. Harry Potter fans tear into Tom Felton's response. I'm going to be honest. Some of these are fans, but they are look, these are the same fans that tried to boycott Hogwarts Legacy, ended up being the biggest game of the year. These are the same people that said, I'm burning my books, I'm not buying anything else. And then J.K. Rowling's book sales continued to climb and climb and climb. These people, they don't matter. They have no impact, and they are in the vast, vast minority, regardless of what they tell themselves. And in fact, a lot of the people, that group of people shrinks every single year, sometimes by their own accord. It's funny how that works. But listen to some of the responses. What a privileged, straight, white male take. A second fan said, Tom Felton, you've lost any respect you've ever had for me. Translation, I do not have anyone close to me who's trans, and since it doesn't affect me personally, it doesn't matter. Nothing has brought the world more together than Potter. She's made the world less safe for an entire group of people. She's made the world safer for women, a real group of people. Shame on Tom Felton. Must be nice for Tom Felton to not have to be attuned to Rowling's awfulness. Doesn't personally affect him, so why should he care? I mean, here's some more. We can go over some more reactions to this. That's the problem, ain't it? People not caring about issues that don't impact them. So he's saying he's choosing to actively ignore the lives of queer people that are being endangered by Rowling's views because, checks notes, he gets money and chances to travel? Sure, that's totally more important than literal lives and rights being denied. Atrocious and disappointing. And there's article after article about this, slamming Tom Felton for a pretty basic response. hey, I'm not really attuned to all the controversy out there because, quite frankly, normal people shouldn't be. It's not really a controversy. 99% of people in the world agree with J.K. Rowling on this thing, but they are hammering him for it. And the reason I wanted to talk about this is because this is going to impact every single person that gets cast for this. Already, we've had Nick Frost, who is playing Hagrid in the new series. He gets asked specifically about this. This will happen to every single person. We saw it happen with John Lithgow, and people got furious at him that he didn't take it more seriously, that he actually accepted this role, that he didn't step down or step away. Nick Frost, now, he went out there and went out of his way to say, hey, look, I don't agree with J.K. Rowling. We have opposite opinions on this, but she's entitled to her opinion. I'm entitled to mine. And he also revealed that when he got announced to play it, he had to turn his Instagram comments off. Not because of, mad right-wingers harass. No, he had to turn his Instagram off because of the freaks out there. The freaks that hate J.K. Rowling. The people that are so obsessed. Those people. That's why he had to turn his comments off. In a new interview, the Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz star was asked about the backlash he received from trans rights activists after signing on to play the lovable half-giant in HBO's upcoming Harry Potter series. Rowling, who's courted controversy in recent years by sharing takes on social media that are widely considered anti-trans, is an executive producer on the new series. Frost revealed in the interview that he had to disable comments on his Instagram post about his casting due to the amount of backlash. However, he said to the author, she's allowed her opinion and I'm allowed mine. They just don't align in any way, shape, or form. The only thing we can hope, and this is a hope, but I don't think it's actually going to be a reality, is that a lot of the kids, like the 10, 11, 12-year-old kids that are being cast in these roles, that they don't get asked about this stuff, but I don't trust the media at all to not bring that up to them. Now, they are more than willing. Why would they, right? They think that those kids should be able to decide whether to cut their own dicks off or not. So why wouldn't they put forward this question to them? But this is going to be something that every single person has to deal with because of the media, because of the shitstorm they've made of this entire thing, and because a handful of loud losers, the trans activist crowd that are in the vast minority, that no normal person actually respects what they say or think about this topic, but they feel it's the most important issue. And so you're seeing people like Tom Felton, who's not even going to be in the new series, just in a play. The way he's getting hammered, the way people are coming after him. You do have a handful of people, Jason Isaacs, who played his dad. He's been rather supportive in recent years, and he was supportive of this as well. He spoke out in support of him despite the calls for his cancellation and everything to be taken away from him just because he refuses to throw J.K. Rowling under the bus. All this shit is absolutely ridiculous. But what do you guys think about this? There's one terrible casting. Otherwise, I think the vast majority of the castings look pretty damn good. This one isn't going to work. Black Snape is not going to work, period. That's where the real backlash for this show is, the true backlash, not a handful of weirdos that hate J.K. Rowling that have absolutely no impact on the book sales, no impact on video game sales, no impact on viewership, no impact on anything, because that's how insignificant they are. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.